The Nazis pulled down the old man's pants and instantly recognized he was a Jew. Execution was inevitable. The boy saw what happened, quickly took off his red scarf and buried his documents in the dirt. When questioned by German soldiers, he bluffed in fluent German, claiming he was German himself, just escaped from a Soviet orphanage. He said he had been imprisoned by the Soviets and now was finally free. He put on a grateful face, thanking the heavens for sparing him. The soldier wasn't sure what to make of it, so he brought the boy to a lieutenant, even praising him as a diamond in the trash. When questioned again, the boy repeated his made-up tragic past, but when asked about his parents' names, he froze. He hadn't thought of German names for them yet. The officer suddenly softened, overcome with sympathy. The lieutenant put a hand on the boy's shoulder, telling him not to be sad. At that moment, some Soviet officers refused a search, leading to a heated argument due to the language barrier. The boy, fluent in Russian, was called over to translate. To Evryon's shock, one of the Soviet officers turned out to be Stalin's son. The soldiers were stunned, too scared to act recklessly. The Soviet officer scolded them harshly and spat in contempt. The German lieutenant rushed over, protecting the boy fiercely. They treated the officer like a trophy, cheerfully pulled the boy into photos, and then sent him to HQ to serve as a translator. The soldiers admired his talent, bringing him food, but just as he took a bite, someone shouted his name. He turned around. It was his old enemy from the orphanage. The boy pointed at him, calling out that he was a Jew, but the Germans didn't understand, and told the boy to translate. He lied, saying he didn't know him, then slapped him across the face. That blunt violence earned the Germans respect. Enraged, the classmate charged at him, but during the scuffle, he was instantly shot dead by the Germans. Just like that, the boy became one of the Nazis. He only dared to relieve himself when his team was resting. Every time he peed, he had to run far from the group. Jewish boys were isolated from birth, making them easy to identify. But halfway through, a teammate ran over. The commander said there was a bright young man in the group and wanted to mentor him personally. The teammate helped adjust his clothes, truly happy for the boy. The commander looked at him, with admiration in his eyes. Then the boy was taken along on a raid through a Jewish village. Seeing his fellow Jews being executed, he was overcome with grief. But his teammate told him, "These are the people who killed your parents." To avoid being exposed, he pulled the trigger. He couldn't understand how these German soldiers could be so kind to him, yet so cruel to others. The Germans took over a stronghold and seized a Soviet radio. The boy held the phone, translating for his squad. One by one, his teammates dropped dead soon. He was the only one left. Thinking of his situation, he had an idea. Rather than live in fear, why not switch sides now? He picked up the Soviet line, warmly calling them comrades, and said he had infiltrated the Germans and reclaimed the position. They praised his bravery and gave him a secret code for their meeting. That night, he crossed the front line, rushing toward the Soviets without hesitation.